are here to my brand new masterclass, Faith Over Food. Those of you that just hopped in, I just updated my free class that I wanted to share with you because now as a sugar licensed practitioner and someone who has really seen what ditching sugar and living the sugar-free lifestyle has done for me and has done for my many coaching clients, I wanted to update the class a little bit. So today we're going to talk about conquering sugar, crushing cravings, claiming victory, and I'm so glad that you're here. I want you all to make sure that you find the chat box because this is going to be interactive. I would love to hear from you. And real quickly, today's agenda, we're going to talk about how to stop battling cravings and start living sugar-free, and a simple approach that has helped me and my clients win this battle for good, the biggest mistakes that are keeping you stuck and how to fix them. And I want you to stick around to the end because I have a free resource for you that will help you kickstart your sugar-free transformation. All right, those of you that were here and saw the starting soon slide, I asked you to leave how you liked your coffee in the chat box. And the reason I did that is because, believe it or not, I actually started this journey by quitting coffee cold turkey. I did not drink coffee for 10 months, and that's because I had a little bit of coffee with a whole lot of flavored creamer, being my favorite hazelnut. And it was loaded with sugar. That's how I was starting my day. So I made that big decision to quit coffee cold turkey, which everybody said I was crazy. But looking back now, I know that it was the best first step that I could take in ditching sugar from my lifestyle. And that season, trying to figure out exactly how to heal my body, not just my physical body, but my emotional health, my spiritual health. That season taught me so much about cravings, habits, and how to reset my body. And that's exactly what we're going to be diving into today. So, this is what we're going to cover today: how to stop battling cravings and start living free, the biggest mistakes keeping you stuck and how to fix them, a simple approach that has helped me and my clients win this battle. And so I am so glad that you're here. And I want you to focus. I know that we're all busy. And I also know you signed up for this because you're serious about change and transformation. And I want you to give yourself the gift of time today, the gift of focusing on these next 45 to 60 minutes. I want you to close other tabs, silence your phone, and let's get going. And ladies, before I begin anything that I do online with my community, I always begin with prayer. So please, I'm just going to say a short prayer for us right now. Heavenly Father, we thank you for community and the time to gather together. Lord, we thank you for stories and we thank you for journeys and we thank you for experiences. God, I just pray that you be with us in this time together. Keep the technology strong. Keep the women that are here encouraged and give them hope for healing. Lord, may everything that I say and do point them to you as their true source of hope for healing, and just use me as an instrument to help give them encouragement and exhortation where needed. We ask all this in your name, Jesus. Amen. All right, ladies, let's get going. Let's get going. First, I want to make a promise to you because you're spending this time with me, and I know our time is valuable. So I want to make sure that this time is dedicated to helping you move forward in your weight loss journey. And I want to talk to you about why willpower is not the answer to breaking a sugar or food addiction or an endless weight loss battle. I want to talk to you about the number one secret to effortless fat burning without starving yourself. And I want to tell you that this is a faith-driven, science-backed method that transforms not just your body, but your mindset and your daily habits. And you can imagine skipping over all the trial and error and just doing what works, because that's what we're going to cover today. And if that sounds good to you, I want you to say yes in the chat box because I want you to be able to find the chat box. All right. So I want to see those yeses popping in so that I know that you guys are finding the chat boxes, because I'm going to be asking some questions. Awesome. Amazing. Okay. I see quite a few yeses. Amazing. All right. Let me move the chat box out of my way. There we go. Okay. All right. So I want to know if you can relate. Let me know if this sounds familiar. You feel like you've tried everything, but you're still stuck in your weight loss struggles. You know what you should do, but you just can't stop the cravings. You start strong, but the stress of life, work, and family always derails you. And you carry around the heavy weight of guilt and shame. Drop a broken heart emoji in the chat if you've ever felt this way. Drop a broken heart. I know I had a broken heart for almost 30 long years, ladies. So here, I want to give you some encouragement, and I want to tell you that this is not entirely your fault. And you're like, what? What do you mean it's not entirely your fault? Well, I want to give you hope today. I want to let you know that that sugar addiction, food addiction, carb addiction is real. It's a very real thing. And this is not about just about your failure to have enough willpower. Sugar hijacks your brain's reward system. It spikes your dopamine, and that's what drives the cravings. And food manufacturers, think about the food environment we live in. It's quick, it's convenient. And these foods are designed, these processed foods are designed to be addictive. You might have heard the term hyperpalatable. They keep you coming back for more. And it sets up a cycle for you of extreme restriction and binging, and that keeps you trapped. But again, here's the good news. You can break free without feeling deprived, without endless dieting, and without hating the process. And that's what I'm excited to show you today. So imagine waking up every morning feeling lighter, both physically, emotionally, spiritually. No more guilt or shame around food, just food freedom. I call it food serenity, ladies. Living a life where food is fuel, not a constant battle, and losing weight without white knuckling through cravings. Drop a fire emoji if that is a dream that you would like to pursue. Sounds great to me. All right, so before we go further, I should introduce myself because some of you are brand new to me. Let me just check the chat for a second. Ooh, I see fire, lots of fire emojis and lots of broken heart emojis. I know, ladies, I understand. I get it. So here, this is a little bit about me. My name's Christine Trimpe. I am a sugar licensed practitioner and a certified Christian health and wellness coach. You might question, what is a sugar licensed practitioner? I am someone who's been trained to help you evaluate your relationship with sugar, and it is a very powerful tool. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a founder. I'm the founder of the SugarFreed Me weight loss solution and the SugarFreed method. I help Christian women conquer cravings, break free from sugar addiction, and lose weight once and forever. I say once and forever, not once and for all, but once and forever, without the endless cycle of failed diets. I know exactly where you are. I do. I know where you've been and I know where you long to be because for decades I walked the same lonely road. My life was controlled by food, diets, and disappointment. But through my personal journey of transformation and faith-fueled healing, I finally found victory. And now I'm here to help you find yours too. Whoops. For 30 years, I battled yo-yo dieting and I felt completely stuck. But when I finally found the solution that worked, I knew I had to share this with others. That's why I get so excited about helping you through these classes and my workshops that I host. And that's why I became a certified Christian health and wellness coach. So you don't have to struggle the way I did. And today, my story has been featured on CBN, Christian Broadcasting Network, Fox News, ABC News channels, on the cover of Women's World, in dozens of magazines, and as a top success story on the world's largest low carb website, dietdoctor.com. I've defeated morbid obesity and reversed chronic conditions caused by insulin resistance, including sleep apnea, fatty liver disease, migraines, acid reflux, pain and inflammation, not to mention chronic exhaustion. And I'm also a food and sugar addict in recovery. And now I'm on a mission to help you experience the same transformation. That's why I'm here. That's my purpose. So for 3 decades, I felt like I never truly fit in. I didn't fit in crowds, social settings, airplane seats, roller coasters, and I didn't even fit in my clothes, as most of you can probably relate to. And no one but God knew the depth of my pain. The way I avoided life because I felt trapped in my body. I wore a mask of happiness. I was really good at wearing masks. But deep inside, I longed for real freedom and joy. And I'm here to share it with you now that I found it. And that's my purpose. Again, that's why I'm here. So 10 years ago, I was clinically classified as morbidly obese, battling exhaustion, brain fog, and the crushing weight of failure. Every diet I tried felt like another cycle of disappointment. I'd be good good, in quotes, for weeks, only to binge when I felt discouraged. But I never used that word binge because that just sounded scary to me. One of my most heartbreaking failures was the 10 months, almost a year, I spent in a liquid shake diet program in my local hospital. It was extreme. At that time, I had been diagnosed with insulin resistance, morbid obesity, but it wasn't explained or addressed to me exactly what insulin resistance was doing to my body. So through 10 months of strict adherence, I lost about 70 pounds. I did not cheat once. But when I transitioned to their maintenance mode and they began reintroducing whole foods, I started eating things like a half a potato or sweet potatoes and whole wheat bread and pasta. And immediately, my cravings for food and sugar returned, and the weight started creeping back up. And from my experience with that, I now know and I learned that when I talk about sugar, ladies, I'm not just talking about the sweet stuff. I'm talking about the ultra processed carbohydrates. I'm talking about refined carbohydrates. And I want you to know that things like flour, grain, bread, pasta, potatoes, those all digest in your digestive system as sugar, and your brain recognizes all of that as sugar. So when I say sugar, I'm not just talking about the sweet stuff, okay? So, after investing so much time and money in that program, I felt soul crushed. Once again, I thought I had failed, but the truth was, I didn't fail. The system failed me. I didn't understand what was happening to my hormones or my metabolism. So, I want to know if anybody can relate to those feelings or a similar story. Have you ever felt soul crushed by another diet attempt? Drop a comment and tell me because I know I'm not the only one who thought I was doing all the right things only to end up feeling even more lost. So here I was, almost 10 years ago now, sitting on the side of a mountain in beautiful Rocky Mountain National Park. I wanted to climb, but my body said no. I was miserable. I was breathless, I was bloated, and I was hopeless. And in that moment, I made a decision, no more. I wasn't going to live like this anymore. I was done hiding. I was done feeling exhausted. And I was done believing that this was just my lot in life. Being fat was just my lot in life. I could not accept the fact that being morbidly obese was my thorn in my side. So I had that defining moment, and I call it my mountain moment. I made a choice to take back control of my health. No matter how long it took or what I had to do, I was ready to fight for myself, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. And that decision led me here, presenting this class before you, ready to help you skip past the years of struggle I endured and get straight to lasting weight loss and health. Because when you know better, you do better. And now that I know, I'm here to share everything I've learned with you. So even though I now maintain my weight pretty effortlessly without calorie counting or excessive exercise, it didn't happen overnight. It took over a year of trial and error, and I had to unlearn everything I thought I knew. I had to unlearn everything I thought I knew about dieting and weight loss. I had to test different methods and figure out what worked for my body, for my metabolism, for someone who has been diagnosed with insulin resistance or metabolic syndrome or prediabetes or type 2 diabetes, or anybody that is just carrying around this extra weight that you just can't seem to shake. Let me tell you, all of those trial and errors were frustrating. I vividly remember the first time I committed to quitting sugar, and I thought I was doing everything right when I quit coffee and then I quit all of the sweet stuff. For 10 months, I did that. And yet, only after that time period, I had only lost 18 pounds, which was frustrating, as you can imagine, because I was sticking to a plan. I was feeling like I'm not eating ice cream, I'm not eating brownies, I'm not eating potato chips. What is going on? So I was so discouraged, but instead of giving up, I dug deeper. And that's when I finally discovered the missing piece, which I call now my sugar-freed method. So here is me again at my defining moment on I love climbing mountains now, ladies, but through all the struggles, I finally learned that it was never about willpower. I wasn't weak. I wasn't bad at dieting, and neither are you. The truth is that we've been misled. The mainstream diet industry never taught us how to fix the root problem. They only gave us temporary band-aids, ones that left us more frustrated, defeated, and confused than before. And once I uncovered the real solution, the one that addresses cravings, metabolism, and hormones, everything changed. And that's why I'm here, because I don't want you to waste one more year. I know what it feels like for another year to go by and you're still stuck in the same cycle. You don't have to figure it out all alone. I've done the research, I've lived the experience, and I've developed a method that works. And I want to help you reclaim your health, your confidence, and your life. So if you're ready to make the choice, let's do this together. So you might be wondering, where do we begin? Where do we begin? Well, first I want to tell you that you need to make a choice, all right? And you're here today because you made a choice. Here's my favorite saying that I kept all over my office, all over my home when I made the choice to change my health forever. You can't go back and change the beginning, but you can start where you are and change the ending. So put that in your mind. Put that in your mind. Before we go forward, I want to introduce you to a few of my clients. I want you to meet Sarah. Since teaching her and bringing her through the SugarFreed method, she began in February 23. Both Sarah and her husband have each lost over 50 pounds, and they are maintaining their weight and they are living and thriving in their best health right now. And I love to joke with her and tell her that her husband got the buy one, get one coaching free, which was amazing. And that happens a lot, ladies. When you go through this journey, you will influence and impact others with their own healthy lifestyle choices. And I want you to meet Taryn. She was an amazing client she is a client. She came to me because she was at a weight loss plateau and she was at a place in her weight loss journey that scared her because she was at a place that she could never break through onto the other side. So we connected and I helped coach her get to that amazing 100-pound weight loss milestone that she was needing for her health and wellness. And she's still on the journey too. She still has a little bit more weight to lose, but she has an amazing story. Here's a picture of her holding 100 pounds of potatoes, which is crazy. I have tried to lift 100 pounds in kettlebells, and let me tell you, I can't hold that up very much, very long, but it is a great representation of what we lost. And if you want to read more about Sarah and Taryn's stories, you can check them out on my YouTube channel. They both have done testimony stories with me. So Taryn and Sarah are perfect examples of what can happen when you show up and you make a choice for your health and wellness. So in this time together, I'm going to introduce 3 core concepts to you that are going to help you move forward in the right direction. And core concept number 1 is why your weight loss efforts aren't working. So again, like Taryn and Sarah, they are perfect examples. They kept trying the same things over and over with no results. But once they stepped into the SugarFreed method, everything changed. So let's talk about what's not working. Dieting alone won't work. Many diets, you may have tried vegan, vegetarian, Weight Watchers, liquid diets like I did. I hope not. They don't address the root cause, your blood sugar imbalances. And without focusing on blood sugar, these efforts won't lead to lasting results. Exercise is not key, which is something that blew my mind when I realized it. But intense exercise and personal trainers are great for fitness. And believe me, when you start feeling better, you are going to want to move your body. But they don't fix blood sugar and insulin imbalances in a manner that is going to help you lose weight. The key is changing what goes in your mouth before worrying about burning fat through exercise. And then the sugar moderation trap. Trying to eat sugar in moderation can backfire. It triggers cravings, it spikes blood sugar, and it sabotages your weight loss goals. The real issue lies in addressing blood sugar and hormone imbalances. I call these the root cause. Imbalances in your blood sugar and hormones, and plus the addictive and hyper palatable nature of sugar and refined carbohydrates. Think of your food environment. Think of all of the sugar that's included in factory processed foods that you're consuming. Even things like granola bars and flavored yogurt, those are full of sugar and they're supposedly healthy. And then think about the My Plate recommendations that we've grew up. Most of you are probably around the same age as I am, and they told us to fill our plate with up to 65% of carbohydrates in the form of grains and whole wheat bread, whole wheat pasta, things like that. So, but that is sugar. So that's that. Now, course concept number 2, I want you to identify your weight loss hurdles to help you move forward in success. So, outdated dietary advice, traditional advice like eat less, move more, and calories in, calories out don't work for sustainable weight loss. It's not about the quantity of the food, it's about the quality, your hormones, and fueling your body right. Another hurdle is this constant eating all day long. And I want you to think about and consider to embrace fasting over constant eating because I discovered the myth of eating 5 to 6 small meals a day to boost my metabolism did not work for someone like me. Giving your body breaks through fasting helps improve metabolism, flexibility, and enhances fat burning. And then again, relying solely on willpower. Thinking weight loss is all about sheer willpower or discipline can be a big hurdle. Healthy habit changes are what you need. I always say that small habit changes build and deliver big results. So, healthy habit changes like addressing blood sugar imbalances and choosing nourishing foods build over time and deliver the big results. Willpower alone isn't enough for lasting change. So, breaking free from breaking over those hurdles, I want to help you clear those hurdles. So, as you understand personalized nutrition, what's going to work for you, that this is a lifestyle choice and your holistic well being in body, mind, and spirit, putting all of those things together can help empower you to finally win this battle. And again, I want to remind you that this is not entirely your fault, but now that you know a few new things, you can take action. Core concept number 3 is discovering the key elements for transformation. And these are the things that changed everything for me. And you're here because you want to overcome your weight loss battle. So here's what I discovered and incorporate in my coaching that finally worked for me and for my clients. First, we have to address the root cause, which is our blood sugar imbalances. Second, we need to develop a step-by-step plan and incorporate boundaries. I always tell my kids that God gives us boundaries for a reason, and boundaries are very important in your weight loss journey. We need to take a holistic approach. And again, I used to be so focused on the scale weight and counting calories and graphing out my weight loss. I never incorporated my mindset shifts. I never invited the Lord into this journey with me. I thought I had complete control over all of it. But when you address your body, mind, your spiritual health, weave them all together, that's where true change takes place. Um, Professional support and guidance. Nothing changed for me until I got proper guidance and professional support. And accountability and community has been key. One of the best things that I've learned in my sugar training, my sugar addiction training, is the scientific proof and the power of community and holding people accountable. That's really truly where transformation will take place. And element number 6, most importantly for me, and I would assume for those of you that have showed up here today as Christian women, everything needs to be built on a foundation of faith. Because again, for 30 years, I tried everything like counting calories, eating less, moving more, and I did my best to eat everything in moderation. And each time that failed because I was always hungry, always frustrated, and always stuck. But then at the nearing the age of 50, I hit my highest weight, 230 pounds on my 5'1" frame. And the turning point, again, on that mountain, you saw me on that mountain path, was just a simple prayer. And I simply said, God, I just want to feel better. And that's the moment that everything changed. And again, what I've learned over these years in this journey is that to fix the root cause, I needed a completely different approach. And that's how I developed the SugarFreed Me method, examining everything that I did and the things that I I incorporated with my coaching clients when I first began coaching. I developed the 5 pillars of the sugar-free me weight loss solution, which is going to help you move forward in a positive path for your weight loss journey. First, we have to consider food. We look at whole food from what I call God's good smorgasbord to balance blood sugar and hormones. And then we consider fasting to identify true hunger. And this doesn't have to be extended fasting, it just has to simply be eating a whole, satiating, satisfying meal at supper time and then not eating, snacking throughout the evening. This helps you identify true hunger. And as a bonus, it helps usher in the spirit of self control, which we all need as we're going through a weight loss journey. We examine feelings. Emotional health is really probably going to be one of the most difficult parts of this journey for you, but it's of most importance that we discover why we crave things that we crave and how can we handle our emotions when it comes to food. And we need to take time to examine our thoughts. And then we do incorporate fitness. I'm not a fitness guru. I'm not a gym nut, but it is important to continue to move your body. But most importantly, this journey is a journey of fitness of your body, mind, and your spirit. And again, it's all built on a foundation of faith because apart from Him, we can do nothing. I want to share a verse with you that I cling to, that I constantly remind my coaching clients to write it down and make sure it's plastered everywhere in your house, on your pantry, on your refrigerator, in your bathroom when you're getting ready for the day. 1 Corinthians 10:13 says, "No temptation has overtaken you except what is common to mankind. And God is faithful." I love that part. And God is faithful. He will not let you be tempted beyond what you can bear. But when you are tempted, He will also provide a way out so that you can endure it. And as you can imagine, as we probably all know, sugar is highly tempting. It's addictive by nature. There's a reason that you're craving sugar, and there's a reason that you cave and you cope emotionally and physically and physiologically with sugar. So, again, let me remind you this is not entirely your fault. So, you're here today because you want a turning point too. And I promise you, there is a way forward. As a reminder, here's my defining moment. I went from sucking in the mountain air to celebrating an 11-mile hike to the summit of a mountain. And ladies, I climb mountains every opportunity I get. That's my passion. That's you could take that as like my metaphor for my weight loss journey and the freedom that God has allowed me to step into. So you showed up today because you want to break free from those sugar cravings and finally feel in control of your body and your health. And you want a simple, sustainable way to reach your dream weight without endless hours at the gym or restricting yourself to bland, tasteless food. You're tired of feeling defeated by the weight loss roller coaster and you're ready for something that actually works. And you want to experience the energy, freedom, and confidence that comes with living at your ideal weight forever. If you came here for one of those reasons or more, drop a yes in the chat box. Again, I want to make sure that you can find the chat box. I know some of you have been coming in late, so let me see if we've got, yeah, somebody commented, yes, actually, each diet is the one, right? Make sure to save your questions for the end, ladies, because I won't be able to go back and like go through the whole chat to find your questions. So save your questions to the end. All right, so you showed up today for all of these reasons. And as a reminder, I made a big promise to you at the beginning. I promised to help you break free from cravings, free yourself from sugar addiction, and unlock the fat burning potential your body already has. Everything I've shared today isn't just a theory or fluff. It's proven method. This is the same approach I use to lose 100 pounds and to live healthy and at a thriving weight right now. And it's the same method that's worked for my clients who were once in the same place you are right now. Because I get it, they get it. We all have full lives, but the right plan, accountability, community support, coaching support, you can actually do this. And I've helped women just like you make lasting change without extreme diets or endless hours of cardio. So here is the big question for you today. I have 2 questions for you today, actually. The big question: do you want to be a sugar burner or a fat burner? let me explain a little bit about what it feels like to be a sugar burner in my experience and what women have shared with me. To be a sugar burner all day long is to respond to those cravings that you're having for sugar. Physiologically, your brain is asking for more sugar when your blood sugar crashes after a meal high in carbohydrates. So think about this. When I used to work in my corporate office, I would go out, I would have a lunch loaded with carbohydrates. It might have appeared to be a healthy lunch, like maybe a piece of chicken and a big pile of mashed potatoes and the bread basket from the restaurant table and maybe a small salad. Well, the overload of carbohydrates from those mashed potatoes and bread would make me slump at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And what that is my blood sugar crashing and my body beginning to say, hey, I need more fuel. Feed me sugar. I need fuel. Sugar is a fuel for your body, but I found it to be, now that I know better, I find it to be a very inefficient fuel. But that's typically how we are fueling our body when we are stuck in the weight loss roller coaster. But when you eat a diet low in sugar, when you live a sugar-free lifestyle, it allows your body to tap into your fat stores so much more quickly. And isn't that what we want? I'm guessing 100% of you are here for the reason that you would rather be a fat burner. So I want you to put in the chat box if you want to be a sugar burner all day, every day, or if you want to be a fat burner. So just put in sugar or fat, and I'll see what you ladies have to say. And then let me check the chat box right now. Let's see. Fat, 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 fat. Yes, I actually, yes. So it really, my whole passion for helping you ladies, it really comes down to this one question. Do you want to be a sugar burner or a fat burner? Because there is a way to turn on that 24/7 fat burning. You probably hear me talk about that all the time in social media. So would you like me to help you get to your dream weight loss outcome as a fat burner? I would love to have you guys put yes or no in the chat if you would like some help with this. Because right now you have a choice to make. You have choice A. You can keep doing what you've been doing, being a sugar burner all day, every day, hoping the next diet or weight loss trend will work, even though it's never worked before. Or you can take an easier proven path, the sugar-freed method, and with this method, you'll have the support, accountability, coaching community, and structure to reach your weight loss goals once and for all. The choice is here, but I am definitely here to help you make the right choice. So what I've done is I have set aside time over the rest of this month on my calendar to speak with you personally about how I can help you apply the strategies that I've discussed today. And so you can start seeing results. This is called the Weight Loss Breakthrough Call. It's a 45-minute call where we'll dive deep into where you are right now. I want to hear your history and what you've tried in the past. Again, I want to know what's working, what's not working for you, and what's been holding you back from reaching your goals. And by the end of this call, you will walk away with a clear, actionable plan to move forward and the confidence that you're on the right track. So here's how you can apply. I am going to drop a link in the chat box for you ladies to get the application, and that will give you my calendar. I'm going to show you exactly how to book this call right now. So you're going to click the link that I just dropped in the chat box. And once you get there, you're going to see my calendar and my availability. You pick your date and time that you want to meet, and then you hit the continue button down here. When you hit continue, it's going to take you to the application. And there's a bit of information here about the application. Once you put in your name, email, you need to scroll down. There's about 6 to 8 questions below this to complete the application. When you've completed all the questions, then you hit schedule meeting. And then at that time, I'm going to review your application, confirm your eligibility for the call. And once you're confirmed, you're going to receive 2 emails. Now, the reason I have you fill out an application, ladies, is because I need to talk to you. I do not enroll anybody in the SugarFreed Me Weight Loss Solution Program without speaking to you one-on-one. This is not something where you just go to a web page and enroll in something that you haven't had a chance to have your questions answered, for example. So I need to talk to you. This program is not for everyone. And I have, that's why we need to have a conversation. So once you hit schedule the meeting, you'll be given an opportunity to add that to your calendar. But most importantly, I need you to watch for once I confirm your call and your scheduled time, you need to watch for 2 emails. One of them is going to be over here on the left-hand side. It's going to look like a calendar invite. If you click yes, it's going to add it to your calendar if you use an online calendar. There is a link to reschedule here. All right. And then the other email that you need to save is going to have the actual Zoom link where we're going to meet. This is an audio call, so feel free to come to this call in your pajamas if you need to, or what. You don't have to have makeup on or anything. This is just going to be an audio call. And the reason I need to use Zoom instead of a telephone is because I actually talk to many international ladies. So Zoom works internationally, so that's why I do it on Zoom. So all the details about your call will be in here. So once you do that, then I will approve your application and we'll go from there. I'm going to drop the link again one more time here for you, and I'll keep dropping it. So you might be wondering, is this call really for me? This call is for you if you're ready for a proven system that cuts through the noise of trial and error, focusing on what's working for lasting transformation. If you're committed to a faith-filled journey and you want to invite the Lord in as your guide, first and foremost, as you break free from cravings and embrace wellness in body, mind, and spirit. So we're doing this God's way, okay? And I'm your guide. I'm your coach. But first we need to trust God in this journey. And if you believe and you trust the Lord, this calls for you. And if you are ready and invested in your long-term success, willing to stay the course and receive the support and accountability, guidance, showing up in community, needing all of those things to achieve lasting results. So if you're ready to invest the time and resources for your future health, this call is for you. This call is not for you if you don't take personal responsibility for your success, if you are looking for a quick fix, if you're not committed to the health and wellness of your holistic health, your body, mind, and your spiritual health, if you're not open-minded to a new way of doing things, and if you're not patient for yourself, and if you're not interested in a Christ-centered approach to your health and wellness, then this call is not for you. But if this call is for you, I definitely would love for you to get on my calendar and apply for your call. And again, once I see your application, I will approve it. Another thing I want you to do is to take some time to go to my website. This is going to answer many more of your questions on my website. Okay, I have a complete web page about the program. You can find that on my website at christinetrimpe.com, and you can look under this weight loss tab right here. You can look for the coaching program. So go there. All kinds of questions will be answered on that web page. So feel free to go check that out, as I want you to have as much information as you can get so that you can come to the call with your questions as well too. Okay. So, I believe that you're here for a reason. You want to take the next best step in your journey. This course, this free class, definitely will get you started in the right direction, because that question that I asked you should really get you thinking, should really get you moving forward in the right direction. Asking yourself, do you want to be a sugar burner and continue in this weight loss roller coaster of up and down in your weight, struggling with chronic health conditions that might be piling up, or do you want to be a fat burner? So that is a key takeaway for you ladies. But otherwise, I hope to see many of you on my calendar, and I'm going to drop the link for the calendar one more time here. Also, for those of you that have stuck around to the end, give me 1 second. I'm going to grab the link of the free resource I have for you. And what this is a one-page document that you can print out and you can put in your purse, so that when you are going to the grocery store, you can um, you can pull this out and you can look at ingredient labels and you can discover what food items in your grocery store have sugar in them. Okay, so I am going to drop this link for, again, this one-page document of the names of sugar. You can grab that. That's a thank you for you joining me live for this class. And I am going to also copy the link of my booking calendar here one more time for you. And now, if you have any questions, I will stick around and answer a few questions. I have a few more minutes left. I want to value your time today. I appreciate all of you that showed up. And let's see, I'm looking to see if there's any questions in that scrolling back through. And most of it, like I have a whole Q&A at the bottom of that weight loss page about the program. So of course you can go there too if you don't want to answer a question, but I'm checking the meeting chat right now. If you have a question, drop it here. I will stick around for a few more minutes. I don't see any questions right now, but I would love to know, like, like ladies also too, feel free to can you talk a little bit about the group program? Yes, Heather, the group program, it's a 6-month program that will take you from through this transformation journey. It is a hybrid program, meaning it is a little bit of one-on-one coaching. It is group coaching. And again, as I mentioned in the class, the power of group coaching should not be understated. All right. It absolutely is scientifically proven that when you are with a group of women who are experiencing the same struggles in life, group coaching is where it's at. And the group coaching that we have is very powerful. And you also, there are lessons that I take you through, and it's a step-by-step approach. We set boundaries, we keep to our boundaries. We have a free Facebook group where we also come together in community. And I'll everything you ladies can find the other questions that you're asking about the cost of the program. Everything is outlined on that webpage. So I'm not going to I'm not going to mention it in this video because I'm going to put this up and it's going to be a recorded video, and sometimes the cost structure will be changing. So, but right now it's a 6-month program. Every detail like that can be found on the webpage. So after you look at the webpage, the link to book a call is also on the webpage, so you won't miss it. Heather, does that answer your question about the program? Again, even the names of all of the lessons that I give you are on the webpage. And if you want to hear testimonial videos of my clients, please be sure to visit my YouTube channel. It's just under my name, Christine Trimpe, and you can find Sarah's testimonial video. You can find Taryn's 2 testimonial videos and many others. Great, Heather, I'm glad that answered your question. All right, ladies, I'm going to drop the link one more time. Gina, you're so welcome. It has been my absolute pleasure to be able to share my journey to help move women forward in the right direction. And I hope that you got some key takeaways of first, what sugar is doing to your health. Sugar fuels inflammation, sugar drives disease, sugar is addicting. It keeps your brain wanting more. It hijacks your brain, I say. So let's examine the sugar in your diet, ladies. If you do that, well, first, if you invite the Lord into this journey and ask him for help, if you believe him, if you trust him at his word um, that you can do this hard thing, then examine the food that you're putting in your mouth and let's go from there. You're welcome, Mimi. You're welcome, Kathy. Thank you so much, ladies, for being with me today. Thank you for approaching this from root issues and shining light on the problem of sugar and starting with God's help. Amen, right? Ginger, again, apart from him, we can do nothing. And he has taught me so much that it's been my privilege to share with you. All right. Bye, ladies. Thanks for coming and joining me live. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.